Assalamu alaikum, my dear viewers. Welcome to my channel. Today I would like to show you how to compare among the fractions with common denominators and the fractions with common numerators. Okay, so let's start our class. If you look carefully on the board, I have given two examples. Okay. In my first example, there are four fractions. The first one is 2 by 7, then 5 by 7, then 3 by 7, then 6 by 7. Okay. So how will you compare among the fractions? If I tell you to arrange the fractions in ascending order or descending order, which method you will apply here? Okay. Before going to the main point, I would like to make you understand about the ascending order and the descending order. Okay. Hope all of you are well known about the ascending order. Ascending order means to arrange from smaller to greater. From smaller to greater. And descending order means from greater to smaller. Okay. Here in all the fractions, the denominators are same. You know that in a fraction, the lower term is called denominator and the upper term is called numerator. In our four examples, denominators are same, 7, 7, 7 and 7. But the numerators are different. If the thing is like that, how will you compare among the fractions? Okay, if the denominators are same between two fractions or among several fractions, more than two fractions, you just look at the numerators. Okay, the fraction in which the numerators are smaller, then the fraction is smaller. Listen carefully. If the numerator is smaller, then the fraction is smaller. So 2 by 7, if I compare between these two fractions, 2 by 7 and 5 by 7, here the numerator is 2 and the denominator is 5. Since 2 is less than 5, so 2 by 7 will be less than 5 by 7. Okay. And between these two fractions, here the numerator is 5, here the numerator is 3. So 3 by 7 will be less than 5 by 7. Okay. This way. We usually use the sign. This sign is called less than and this sign is called smaller than. Okay. So why it looks almost same, just I am changing the order. Opening part at the right hand side, here opening part at the left hand side. So how will you understand that which one is greater than sign and which one is less than sign? Okay. There is a trick. In this sign, there is an open part. Okay. In my first example, the open part is at my right hand side. Okay. Here the open part is at the left hand side. Okay. So the greater number or the greater fractions, the greater number or the greater fraction will be put at the open side. And the number which is smaller, that will be put at the left hand side. Okay, I am explaining you by using integer, whole number, like between 5 and 7. Which one is greater? We know that 7 is greater. So 7 will be put in the open side and 5 will be here. and here 7 will be put in the open side and 5 will be there. Okay, we can express in the both way. Okay, so here in this symbol, mathematical symbol, the smaller number comes first and the greater number comes later. Okay, that's why this symbol is called less than sign. Since in this example, since the greater number comes first and the less number comes later, then it is called greater than sign. So this sign is called less than sign, this sign is called greater than sign. Okay. So 5 is less than 7, 7 is greater than 5. Okay. If I order all these fractions now in ascending order. Okay, ascending order means from smaller to greater. So since all the denominators are same, we need to find the smaller numerator, the fractions with smaller numerator. So here the fraction with smaller numerator is 2 by 7. Here 2 is the least number here. Okay, least number. That's why 2 by 7 will come first, and we will use less than sign here. After that, after 2, the immediate greater one is 3 by 7, and then 5 by 7, and then 6 by 7. Okay, so we have arranged the fraction in ascending order. Okay. On the other hand, if I arrange the fractions in descending order, then we will just change the order. Okay, 6 by 7 will come first, and the sign, this sign will not be used. Now the greater than sign will be used. Okay, so then 5 by 7, then 3 by 7, then 2 by 7. Okay, this is descending order. So the first rule, I have explained the first rule. Hope you will understand this one. If the denominators are same, then it is called common denominators. Fractions with common denominators. Common means the same thing. So the fractions with common denominators, while comparing fractions with common denominators in ascending order, descending order, we will just look at the numerators. Okay. So if the numerator is less, then the fraction will be less. If the numerator is greater, then the fraction will be greater. If the numerator is less, the fraction will be less. And this is ascending order, and this sign is less than sign, and this is greater than sign. Just from the opposite direction, I am arranging from greater to smaller. Okay. Now in the second rule, how will we arrange the fractions with common numerator? Okay. If you look carefully, you can observe that in our first example, all the denominators were same, but here all the numerators are same. All the numerators are same, but the denominators are different. Now how will we compare between these fractions, between the two fractions, or among the more than two fractions? Okay. The rule is just opposite. So these fractions are with common numerators. Here it is with common denominators, here with common numerators. Okay. So if all the numerators are same in several fractions, then we will compare by looking at the denominators. Okay. We'll compare by looking at the denominators. Now listen carefully. If the denominator is less, then the fraction will be greater. Just opposite. If the numerator is less, the fraction will be greater. So can you say tell me which fractions among these four fractions is less or greater? First of all, we will find out which one is greater. To find out the greater fraction, we need to find out the denominator that is less. Okay, so here 8 is less. Okay, so since 8 is the least number in the denominator, then this fraction will be the least fractions. This fraction will be the least fraction. 7 by 8 is the least fraction. Okay, and then 7 by, okay, I'm just repeating it, there is a mistake here. Since 8 is the least number in the denominator, then 7 by would be the greatest. 7 by 8 would be the greatest fractions. 7 by 8 would be the greatest fraction. And after that 7 by 9 will be less than 7 by 8. Then 7 by 10 will be less than 7 by 9. And 7 by 11 will be less than 7 by 10. Okay. Now I am going to arrange the fractions in ascending order. Ascending order means the least fractions will come first. So the least one, to find out the least one, we need to find out the greatest denominator. So this one is the least fraction. Okay. Then this one 7 by 10. Then 7 by 9, then 7 by 8. This is the ascending order. And if I arrange it in the descending order, it will be like this. Okay. So the main rule is, if the denominator is smaller, then the fraction is greater. If the denominator is greater, then fraction is smaller. Okay. In the fractions with common numerators, here all the fraction in the all the number in the numerators are same. That's why. And here denominators are same and the numerators are different. Here to find out the least fractions, we need to find the fractions in which the numerator is least. Okay, so 2 by 7 is the least number. The main difference is, in the first one, if the numerator is less, the fraction is less. And in the second one, if the denominator is greater, then the fraction is least. Okay, I hope you have understood how to find, how to arrange two or more fractions in ascending order or descending order, where sometimes denominators are same or common, sometimes numerators are same or common. Inshallah, I will describe about this in my next video. Till then, Allah Hafiz. Assalamu alaikum.